Welcome once again to my channel. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you, especially the beginners, on how you can effectively use the Revolve command to create 3D surfaces and 3D solids. So the objects I have here on the screen are created using the Revolve command. And you can find the Revolve command when you come to the modeling panel and click on this arrow. You'll see here the Revolve command. So I will open up a new page and start these drawings afresh so you can see how this command was used in creating these 3D objects. So let's go started. So here are the objects I want to revolve, and for the purpose of this tutorial I have chosen the rectangle command to start. Now I'm going to pick them one after the other and see the result at the end of each of the exercise. So I'm going to highlight these other ones, isolate them, and start first with this. Okay. Now you can see here that I have a rectangle, but the lines are broken. You have broken lines. So I'm going to revolve this, highlight the 4 lines and revolve it. But at the end of it, we are going to have a 3D surface and not a 3D solid. So let's start. I'll come over to the modeling panel and click on revolve. In this case, highlight all the 4 lines and enter. I'll be prompted to specify as a start point. So click here as the first point and here as the second point. And now revolve. I have to switch to isometric view to see that clearly. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that now. So click on the revolve command. Now highlight these 4. Enter. Then select these 2 points A and B as the axis. Okay. So again, I'll be prompted to enter angle of revolution. You can see that as I move the cursor around, the angle of revolution varies. So I can now terminate this at any point that I want. In this case, I'm going to choose an angle of, make it 180 degrees. Okay. Now you can see that here is surface revolve and not 3D solid. It is so because all the lines are broken lines. So let me go back again to that rectangle and now make this a polyline by joining all these broken lines. So highlight this, come to the modify panel and click join. Okay, so I have here now a polyline. So again, I want to use the revolve command to revolve it. So click on the revolve command, click on this rectangle now. Again, select point A and B as the axis. Again, revolve. Okay, let's now choose again 180 degrees as the angle of revolution. Enter 180 degrees. Okay, so let's check again and see. You can see here that this is a 3D solid and not 3D surface. Okay, so when you have a closed geometry and revolve it, the result will give you a 3D solid. So let's now move on to the next stage. So I'm going to right click again and bring back other objects. Click on isolate and choose end object isolation. So I'm now going to hide this. Click on hide this and these other ones. Isolate it. So again, I'm going to work on this. You can see here that this is also a polyline. The lines are not broken. So the end is going to give us a 3D result. But again, the difference here is that the axis is now lying at an angle of 30 degrees. So I'm going to revolve this now along this axis A and B. So again, come over to the revolve command, click on it, then click on this rectangle, and now choose point A and B as the axis, which is now lying at an angle of 30 degrees. So this is what I have. I will choose to make this angle of revolution a full turn, make it 360 degrees. Okay, so this is what I have. So that's what it looks like, an angle of 360 degrees. Okay. So again, I move on to the next stage. Bring back the other objects and object isolation. Okay. Return to soft isometric. So again, I'm going to isolate these two. Isolate these ones and this. Okay, so again, let me work on this. Okay, here is a polyline. I'm going to revolve this. Now, because this end is open, the result is also going to give us a 3D surface and not a 3D solid. I'm going to revolve it also at an angle of 30 degrees. So the axis is going to lie at an angle of 30 degrees. So come over again to the modeling panel and click on the revolve command. Then click on this. Then choose point A and B as the axis again, which is now at 30 degrees. And enter. I'm going to enter angle of 180 degrees as the angle of revolution, make it 180 degrees. Okay, you can now see that here is a surface. You can see the inner part of it hollow. So this is, so I'm going to return again to that and make it 360. So I will now revolve it at 360 as angle of revolution, make it 360 degrees. So click on revolve, click on this, enter, still choose point A and B as the axis, and enter full angle of 360 degrees. Okay, so that's what I have. That's the full rotation of 360 degrees. Okay, so that should return again back. Let me bring back the other objects now. So again, I'm going to hide all these ones and work on the last one. Right click, isolate. Okay, so this is the last one. Again, the angle here has been increased to 45 degrees. So again, quickly click on the revolve command, click on this, then choose point A and B axis again, and the angle this time is 45 degrees. And see how it's lying. Enter. Enter an angle of 360 degrees. Okay, so that's the object. See, that is how it looks like. Okay, let me now end object isolation and bring out back in place. Okay, so here are all the examples. So thank you for watching, and please do subscribe for more of my tutorials.